preference for Lincoln Continental as the symbol for today's luxury motoring. A car whose classic styling has already become a tradition, but a spirited, vibrant, forward-looking tradition. The more it grows and develops, the more it fulfills its original promise.
Hello, welcome to Superdan's Dealing in the Desert Scale Modeler Edition number 20, build number 22. We, or I guess, have just finished the 1965 Lincoln Continental from AMT 123 scale. I have never owned this car. I don't know anybody that owns this car, but I thought it was a cool looking classic vehicle and I just had to get it. So it took a while, but that's because I took a while, to be honest with you. But I decided I was gonna make this the way I wanted to make it. All right, I had this idea in my head of what this car should look like. And this is it in all its glory. I decided I wanted a convertible, so hence convertible. I wanted it to keep the wood on the sides because I really love that wood on the sides. It's a decal, but it looks pretty darn tootin' good, especially when you put on the decal set. Really blended in there nicely, and I did a clear coat, the TS14. Is that what it's called? Wait, let me see here. TS13 clear coat. And I decided to make, let's see if I can get a good shot of the vehicle's interior colors of black, gold, and a little bit of silver. I don't know how good that's. Good. Fun build, classic car. I love this thing. Tire, I think they call it a tire housing unit. And I, of course, decided to put a little latch on there to keep the hood up. And there's a reason for that I'll go into in just a second. I also used bare metal foil this time, and I think I'm getting a little better at it. Let me take this off real quick. If you can see the bare metal foil, I put it all over this car on the tips here, if you can see that. And of course around the windshield. Yeah, bare metal foil. Give me a second. Challenges. What were the challenges? Well, the reason for this, and I thought it actually turned out quite nicely. I'm kind of almost happy I made this mistake. because I really think it looks great with the hood propped up. I put the engine on too high. If you see the back here, right here, I didn't set that in quite right. So the engine was so high that the hood would not lay flat. And that's when I got the idea of putting in a latch, which is basically it's basically a needle that's been painted black and molded into the frame of the car. And that was the fix that I decided to do with that problem, because otherwise it would have just had this hood like up. It wouldn't have looked right. Give me a second here. Well, my little emblem on my hood fell off, and I just spent the last 10 minutes on the carpet looking for it, found it, and I had to re-glue it on. Sorry about that, guys. Don't you hate it when that happens if you do models? When you lose a little piece and you spend the next hour looking for it? Well, it's on there again. Hopefully it will not go anywhere because I super glued it this time. Anyways, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by that, I couldn't just take the engine out and start again because everything was already cemented and glued in place. I would have had to break this whole chassis and it would have been a disaster. So I had to think outside the box, and that's the solution I came up with, was the stand to keep the hood up, and I'm happy with it. I think it looked great. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Is it the neatest model in the world? No. I mean, I'm definitely not a pro by any stretch of the imagination. I got some rough edges here and here trying to glue the chassis onto the body. Had some struggling with that. Just a little bit rough around the edges, but all in all, pretty happy with it. And I would give the AMT 1965 Lincoln Continental model a grade of a scale of 1 to 10. I'd give it about a 7. I think it's one of the better models that they put up with. It looks really great, and you could do this in different versions. I chose to do the convertible, but you don't have to do that. You could do it in a lot of different ways, and it gives you suggested colors, and there's dozens of different colors you can use. I decided to use copper, and I thought the copper turned out pretty darn good. So that's basically it. That is scale model edition number 20. 21 is going to be started soon, and that is the only hint that I will give, is that it's a NASCAR build. Okay, it's going to be my first NASCAR car build, but I wanted some type of NASCAR with a lot of stuff on it, a lot of decals. So that's going to be fun. Anyways, thank you for watching Dealing in the Desert Scale Modeler Edition. And if you haven't already, why isn't this keeping up? It's giving me a hard time here. I'm gonna have to adjust the stand, I think. If you haven't already, please subscribe, click the thumbs up, comment down below, support the channel. There's an email at the end via PayPal. A couple dollars goes a long way to support the channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Cheers. Salute. Fair winds and following seas. Bye-bye.